What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NBA DFS contenders on FanDuel for Monday, December 20th. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter, @Josh Engleman. It's the only place you're going to get updates to my Sims as we get closer to lock. Let me know in the comment section who is your favorite and least favorite of my contenders for today's slate. And finally, shout out to PrizePicks for being the presenting sponsor of this video. Use the promo code Awesemo when signing up to get up to $100 on your first deposit. Now we're rounding out the bottom of my top 10 with Donovan Mitchell, Tobias Harris, DeMar DeRozan, Christian Wood, and Javonte Green on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. In first at number 5, and we're going to get to a lot of kings, that's Harrison Barnes. Small forward, power forward eligible, 6,100, projected for 33. The goal is 41. He's in the optimal lineup 26% of the time. He's going to play 36 minutes or more. The Kings are super shorthanded due to COVID. Talk about 0.9 fantasy points per minute, 21% usage, 18 points, 7 boards, 3 assists, a stock. Pace neutral against Golden State. Obviously a very difficult matchup from a defensive standpoint. Golden State's also going to be without Jordan Poole and Andrew Wiggins, but the Kings are losing a lot of usage, a lot of minutes, all from COVID. Harrison Barnes isn't one of those guys. He's in for the time. Great price, great matchup for him personally. I think I like it. I'm playing the narrative. Back to Golden State. Staying in this game, we got to look at Steph Curry, point guard eligible, just 9,700 on FanDuel, projected for 50. The goal is just 56. He's in the optimal lineup 27% of the time. The two guys that shoot the most when he's normally on the floor are Jordan Poole and Andrew Wiggins. They're both out. So Curry, 35 minutes, 1.43 fantasy points per minute, 35% usage, 33 real points, almost 6 boards, almost 6 assists, a steal and a half. That'll work for me. Massive pace up spot against Sacramento. Golden State gains 2.5 possessions over their average, and they get to face the Sacramento defense that is putrid. This is one of those spots where I'm going to end up with a ton of Steph Curry. Off to Boston now for number 3. That is power forward center Robert Williams. They're missing a bunch of guys due to COVID, including Al Horford. Robert Williams' rates without Horford are just significantly better, plus more playing time. 5,600 for Williams, projected for 32. The goal's 39. He's in the optimal lineup 27% of the time. I gave him 29 minutes. He should be around a 1.1 fantasy point per minute guy with no Al Horford on the floor. Rebounding rates go up. You know, he's a prolific shot blocker. 10 points, 10 boards, so we're projecting him for a double-double. You get 2 assists and 3 stocks. It is a pace down spot against Philly, which is scary. If Joel Embiid is there, I'm a little nervous for Robert Williams from a foul perspective, but it's not a guarantee that Joel Embiid plays today either, so keep your eyes on that. But this is just increased minutes, increased role with a couple guys out for COVID. Once again, Robert Williams looking good. And power forward eligibility, which is massive. Back to Sacramento we go at number 2 for Tyrese Halliburton, point guard, shooting guard eligible, 7,700, projected for 40.5. The goal is almost 48. He's in the optimal lineup 29% of the time. It's another guy that doesn't have to sit for COVID for Sacramento, which means we get 36 minutes out of Halliburton. He's a completely different player, bumps up in usage rate and assist rate with no De'Aaron Fox. Call it 1.1 fantasy points per minute, 36 minutes, 16 points, 9 assists, 4.5 boards, 2.5 stocks. Same matchup that we talked about for Barnes against Golden State. It's just another guy who gets such an increase to his role, to everything that he does with all of these guys out, with no Fox, with no, Bagley. I'm going to miss half the names here. Davion Mitchell, Terrence Davis, all these guys are out. So Halliburton's role is secure. 36 minutes looks great, but he's not number 1. Now, before we get to that number 1 contender, one last reminder to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter @Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments who your favorite and least favorite contenders are. And then go sign up at PrizePicks using that promo code Awesemo. Get $100 on your first deposit. This one's not even close. Buddy Hield is in as your number 1 contender. Shooting guard, small forward eligible, 5,100, projected for 35. The goal is 37. He's in the optimal lineup 43% of the time. 36 minutes for Buddy Hield. That is something we had not been getting, but again, we're missing a ton of guys from COVID protocols. Call it close to a fantasy point per minute, 25% usage, 20.5 points, 5.5 boards, almost 4 assists, and a steal. The matchup doesn't really matter. Buddy Hield is $1,000 or more underpriced for this spot. He is very clearly the number 1 contender for today. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on FanDuel for Monday, December 20th. Now, there's a DraftKings version of this video around here somewhere. Check it out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win a little bit of money. We're back again tomorrow morning for another edition of the Contenders.